Good morning, dear students. The last class we have studied about a sentence, the definition of sentence. Do you remember it? What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which gives us complete meaning. That is the first sentence. That is the definition of sentence. A sentence gives us complete meaning. Then again, a sentence starts with or begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or question mark or exclamation mark. This is a definition of sentence. We already studied it. And today we will study the second part of this lesson. Second part we will study the parts of sentence. P-A-R-T-S, parts. Listen, how many parts in a sentence? I will write one sentence for an example. We can select one name of a girl. Her name is Neha. Neha is reading a Neha is reading a book. Is it a sentence? Yes, because it is sentence. This sentence gives us a full meaning, no doubt. Here is one girl. Her name is Neha. And what was the work of Neha? She is reading a book. So Neha is reading a book. This sentence gives us a complete meaning. And this sentence begins with the capital letter and ends with a full stop. Then this sentence we can divide into two parts. The one part in the left side, another part in the right side. Here the left side only one word, that word is Neha, and we can call this part is a subject. S-U-B-J-E-C-T, subject. Listen, and this part, what can we call this part? This part is known as a predicate. Predicate, P-R-E, predicate. Here look. Here one sentence we divided into two parts. The first part is known as the subject and the second part is known as the predicate. Okay. So these are the two parts of sentence. These are the two parts of sentence. Subject and predicate. Simple question. Which are the two parts of sentence? Don't forget. Now you study it. A sentence can be divided into two parts. One part is known as the subject, another part is known as the predicate. Is it clear? Once again, how many parts in a sentence? A sentence has two parts. The one is subject, another is a predicate. Then one we can study easily. The first we will study about the subject part. Then subject should be a noun. Do you know the noun? What is noun? Noun is called, it's a name in world. Noun. Noun means any name of a person. Here a name of a person, name of a girl, Neha. Name of a person, noun. N-O-U-N. Subject should be a noun. Name of a person, Neha or John, Britas, Raju. Any other names, boys, girls, common noun also. Then subject should be, noun means name of a person or places. We can write any place, Ranapur, Jabua, Bhopal, Indore, India, any places. Then name of an animal, any name of animals, and the name of things, the duster, board, shirt, mic, everything. So instead of this subject, this Neha, we can use other nouns also. Then other is a subject should be a pronoun. Pronoun. Pronoun means instead of Neha, we can write her as a she. She is a pronoun for Neha. So she is known as the pronoun. Unlike that, another pronouns also. For example, I. I is a pronoun. I, he, she, it, they, you, we, pronouns. So first condition is that if we study about the subject, the first condition is a subject is always a noun or pronoun. In your PDF copy also you can listen it. But number one, subject is always every time a noun or pronoun. That's the first condition. The second is it is the first part of the sentence. Subject is the first part. This sentence will be divided into two parts. The first part is known as the subject. No doubt. Is it clear? The first is a subject should be a noun or pronoun. Or second part or second important point or condition, it comes the first part of the sentence. That is the second point. And third point, it tells us who or what the sentence is about. Who? It tells about who is working in the sentence or who is acting in the sentence. In the sentence, acting means reading. Reading is acting, or reading is action, or reading is a work in the sentence. And who is doing this work? The subject is doing this work. The work is done by the subject in the sentence. Here, Neha is a subject and she is doing an action or she is doing a work. So, who? Answer we will get a who. Subject indicates who. Then, it consists of one word or many words. In some subject only one word, some another subject number of words are connected. For example, the team of India won the match. M-A-T-C-H, full stop. Here look at another example. The team of India won the match. Here also this sentence we can divide into two parts. Where? Here. The team of India in one side won the match in another side. Here the team of India is known as a subject. Here Neha is only one word, but the team of India how many words? 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 4 words. That is another condition for subject. It consists of one word or many words. Is it clear? The next point, the last point. It usually comes before the predicate. It usually comes before. Pehle. Subject will come before. That means first the subject will come, the second predicate will come. In another way we can say that the subject will come before predicate and predicate will come after subject. Is it clear? The subject will come before predicate. This is a fourth conditions. Once again I will say the subject is always a noun or pronoun, no doubt. Second, it is the first part of the sentence. Third, it tells us who is working in this word or who or what the sentence is about. Then fourth is it consists of one or more words. Then last point, it usually comes before the predicate. Is it clear? Then now we can study the next part of predicate. Very simple we can. Subject is the first part of the sentence. What we can say about the predicate? The predicate is the second part of the sentence. Very simple. Subject is the first part of the sentence. Then predicate is the second part of the sentence. No doubt that is the first point. The predicate is the second part of a sentence. The next. It tells us something about the subject. This part is reading a book. It tells something about the subject. What was the work of the subject? It says something on which work, which action is doing the subject. And the predicate is explaining the work or activity of the subject. The predicate says or explains some ideas about the work or activity of the subject. Is it clear? Then third point, it consists of one word or many words. No doubt. Here okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 words. It consists of one word or another words. I will write another sentence. He he writes, it is a sentence. He, the sentence also we can divide into two way. The first part is known as subject, the second part is known as the predicate. Here is only one subject and here is only one predicate. Here is only one predicate. But in this sentence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 predicate. So it consists of one word or many words. Next, a verb is a part of a predicate. That is very, very, very important. A verb means activity or action. A verb is a very must thing in a predicate. That means a predicate includes a verb also. And which is a verb in this sentence? Simply we can say that reading. Reading is an activity or work in this sentence. So reading is a verb. The reading, the verb part is included the predicate. Here look, the team of India won the match. Which is a verb in this sentence? On. And this verb included in the predicate part. Okay. Next, it begins with a verb. That is the last point. It begins, a predicate begins with a verb. Here look, this sentence, this part is begins with a verb. The first part verb. Here, the team of India won the match. The won is a verb. The second part or the predicate part is begins with the verb. Here is a verb is a won. Is it clear? So the predicate is the second part of the sentence, that it tells us something about the work of the subject. It consists of one word or many words. A verb is a part of the predicate. A predicate is starting with a verb. Very simple. Once we can summarize the class video. The sentence is divided into two parts. The one is known as the subject and another is known as the predicate. Then subject is the first part of the sentence and predicate is the second part of the sentence. The subject may be one or two or more words. The predicate will also may be one or two or three, more than two or three words. More words. It includes more words. Then a subject should be a noun or pronoun. Subject should be noun or pronoun. Then in this case the predicate, the verb is a part of the predicate. The predicate part is starting with the verb. And this is the difference between a subject and predicate. So in English language, every sentence we can divide it into subject and predicate. Any doubt? And you just read the rules and I will give you some more exercise in your PDF and you should do this work in your home. Your home assignment, identify the subject and the predicate. Here is a 25 sentences and you should find out which part is belong to the subject and predicate, and some your textbooks exercise also you can do that side also. As continuous and more practice, easily you can understand what is the difference between subject and predicate or what is the meaning of subject and predicate. So continuous practice is necessary and don't miss these practices, don't miss your home assignment. Every student must do this practices daily. Okay, the next part we will study the another part, another section of the about the sentence. Next part we will study about the phrase. Okay, thanks to all. Jai Hind.